I'm Disco Brian Davis, and I am a recovering Bernie bro.
Those of us who are the spiritual children and grandchildren of His Divine Grace, Senator Bernie Sanders, would all be lost orphans were it not for his compassion and mercy.
I actually took offense to people who called me a Bernie bro, but
while we will never be able to repay the debt of gratitude that we all owe Senator Sanders, what we can do is be pleasing to him.
Over the past 3 years, I've realized Bernie bros, like I once was, are, in fact, in a cult. A cult promises a beautiful utopia.
A path of compassion, justice, and love.
They were there with love in their heart, and it was a beautiful day.
Is the path I call Democratic Socialism.
Only to ensnare members into deep webs of lies, deception, and delusion.
The establishment's getting a little bit nervous.
Well, I think there's no question the establishment, the Democrat establishment, is trying to take it away from Bernie Sanders.
Bernie's utopian promise of democratic socialism
means building on what Franklin Delano Roosevelt said, on what Martin Luther King Jr. said.
lured me and so many others.
As someone who was openly supporting Bernie Sanders,
who just wanted to do the right thing.
Hey, Bernie from Brooklyn.
We are here for you, Bernie.
Into the cult of Bernie.
Hey, what's up? Julian Casablancas here. Bernie.
I am with Cardi B.
But what woke me up and out of it, thankfully, is what's become glaringly obvious.
Senator Sanders, it's so great to have you here today.
Good to be with you, Brianna.
Now, Tucker is right about something.
Underneath it all, Bernie Sanders may be the lamest revolutionary ever.
I think I'll probably vote for Bernie.
Joe Rogan understood the opportunity Bernie presented.
That's our nigger.
This recent clip,
If Tucker went to run in 2028, he could win.
this is the guy they've been painting as right-wing for the last few years.
Yeah, and he red-pilled a lot of left-wing people.
Rogan is enemy number one to many Democrats.
He's a no-nonsense guy who exposes bullshit
Jews will not replace us!
in a pretty humorous way.
You're being replaced, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Jews
So shut up.
replace us!
I think it's pretty bad. Okay. But anyhow.
Not because he's to the right of establishment liberal media,
I think Ron DeSantis would work as a good president.
but I believe because of the ways that he's to their left.
There's a lot of left-wing people during the pandemic that said Tucker Carlson's a propagandist and he's a piece of shit and is a right-wing asshole. And then as time went on, they were like, he's saying a lot of shit that's right.
I don't think it's that bad.
I think it's pretty bad. Shut up! Okay. But anyhow. Probably. Well, Joe, you said it better than I can.
A nigger.
I don't think it's that bad.
I think it's pretty bad. Okay. But anyhow, here's the point. The point is that I do question her judgment.
Stand with me. Support Senator Bernie Sanders, who is my choice to be our next commander-in-chief.
I do question
I can no longer remain in today's Democratic Party
her judgment.
that's under the complete control of an elitist cabal of warmongers who are driven by cowardly wokeness.
I do question her judgment.
she's the favorite of the Russians.
Now, here's something you are not going to hear on the mainstream media.
Her judgment.
What you do hear is warmongers arguing that we must protect Ukraine because it is a quote-unquote democracy.
She's the favorite of the Russians.
They're lying.
Tulsi is a good friend of mine.
Ukraine isn't actually a democracy.
Her judgment.
Aloha, good evening, and welcome to Tucker Carlson Tonight. I'm Tulsi Gabbard, and I'm here in for Tucker.
Let me thank Congresswoman Tulsi Gabbard for that wonderful introduction. Tulsi is a good friend of mine.
I want to extend my best wishes to my friends, Senator Bernie Sanders, his wife Jane, Nina Turner, and their many supporters for the work that they've done.
She's the favorite of the Russians.
Secretary Clinton called them out. Oh my goodness. They must have been really crushed by this.
Ukraine isn't actually a democracy.
Tulsi
She's the favorite of the Russians.
is a good friend of mine.
It's scary how irrational it is. It actually really worries me. I appreciate your coming in, Congressman Tulsi Gabbard.
Tulsi is a good friend of mine.
Thank you.
Thanks, Tucker.
Tulsi is a good friend of mine.
She's the favorite of the Russians.